Anthony Ruggiero is senior fellow at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies with a focus on North Korea. Welcome to the show. Let me ask you first, how do you interpret the statement and the stance out of China right now?
Well, it seems that the Chinese are trying to telegraph to North Korea that they shouldn't initiate a military conflict. It came from a Chinese newspaper, which is not necessarily authoritative, but I think they probably wanted to get that message out to Kim Jong-un. I think that, the Chinese earlier this week said that they were willing to pay an economic price to implement the new UN resolution. The Trump administration really should go to them and say, we're going to pay an economic price if you don't implement that resolution as well.
Why would, why would they need to use a newspaper to communicate their message to North Korea when, they have a very tight relationship? Couldn't they just pick up the phone?
Well, their political relationship is a little rocky at the moment. I think when Kim Jong-un took power, it's not as strong as it was under Kim Jong-un's father and grandfather. So I also think most of this rhetoric has been done publicly. So that's a way for the Chinese to put the statement out publicly. It's not an official statement, so if they want to walk away from it, it gives them plausible deniability.
Colonel Oliver North wrote an op-ed today on FoxNews.com, and he urges our nation to take 10 steps to get into basically a tax stance, including moving a hospital ship nearby. There are a list of things that would physically and very publicly signal that the U.S. is prepared to take action. Do you think that that would press China to a position of trying to rein in North Korea, or what do you think would work?
Well, I think military moves like that might, have a dangerous risk of escalation, unnecessarily so. I don't think a military conflict at this time is really necessary, except to defend ourselves or if there's a military launch.
How is it not necessary, though? Let me stop you right there before we run out of time. It seems like, now we've gotten to the point where we said, this is where we would be when we have to act. They have a nuclear warhead, whether it's miniaturized or not. It's not time to do something dramatic?
Well, I think we have to be clear that they've had a nuclear warhead for 11 years now. I think that there are other options on the table, including it looks like that they're talking to North Korea directly. We haven't really tried sanctions. A military conflict will put South Koreans and Americans in danger. And I think that other than defensive, I don't think we need to, perhaps putting 2 more aircraft carriers back in the region. I think the Chinese will not be happy with that, rather than building up troops for a conflict that I don't think we're ready to initiate.
They have a miniaturized warhead that they can mount on the tip of an ICBM. That was new information, and it does seem like it advances the ball on their side. We will see. Sir, thanks for coming on today. We appreciate it.